Japan's street food is hot, colorful, and packed with surprises. From crispy fried snacks to smoky noodles, fish-shaped desserts, and octopus cooked into golden little bites. Today, we're counting down 10 must-try Japanese street foods. Number 10. Yaki Imo. This wonderfully simple roasted sweet potato is one of Japan's classic winter street foods. You might smell Yaki Imo before you even see it. The potatoes are slowly roasted until the reddish-purple skin becomes slightly wrinkled and the yellow center turns soft, creamy, and naturally sweet. Nothing needs to be added. No butter, syrup, or seasoning. Sweet potatoes reached Japan during the 1600s and later became an important crop because they could grow in poor soil and help people survive when rice harvests failed. Over time, roasted sweet potatoes became a familiar winter snack. Vendors traditionally announced their arrival with the call, Ishi Yaki Imo, meaning stone-roasted sweet potato. Today, you can still find them at roadside stands, festivals, and Japanese supermarkets. It may be the simplest food on this list, but on a cold day, a steaming Yaki Imo is pure comfort. Number 9. Korokke. This golden crispy snack is Japan's delicious version of the European croquette. The classic version combines mashed potato with minced beef, onions, and seasonings. The mixture is shaped into a patty covered in crunchy panko breadcrumbs and deep fried. Croquettes arrived in Japan during the country's rapid modernization in the late 19th century. Japanese cooks adapted the original European recipes by using potatoes, which were affordable, filling, and easy to shape. One of the best places to buy korokke is a neighborhood butcher shop. Many shops fry them throughout the day, allowing customers to eat them straight from a small paper wrapper while they are still hot. Some versions contain crab cream, curry, pumpkin, or vegetables. But the classic potato korokke remains the favorite, crisp on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and just greasy enough to make you want another one. Number 8. Dango. These chewy Japanese dumplings often appear at festivals, traditional tea shops, and even in anime. Dango is generally made from rice flour and water. The dough is rolled into small balls, cooked, and usually served 3 or 4 at a time on a bamboo skewer. Its texture is soft and pleasantly chewy, similar to mochi, but usually a little firmer. There are many varieties. Mitarashi dango is grilled and covered with a glossy, sweet and salty soy glaze. During cherry blossom season, hanami dango comes in 3 colors, pink, white, and green, making it one of Japan's most recognizable springtime treats. Dango has been eaten in Japan for centuries and is closely connected with seasonal celebrations and shrine traditions. It is not always extremely sweet. That balance is part of its appeal. Chewy rice dumplings, a lightly caramelized surface, and just enough sauce to make every bite interesting. Number 7. Karaage. These small pieces of Japanese fried chicken pack an impressive amount of flavor. The chicken is usually marinated in soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and sometimes sake. It is then lightly coated with potato starch or flour and fried until the outside becomes crisp while the inside stays juicy. Unlike heavily battered fried chicken, Karaage has a thin, uneven coating. Those little ridges and edges become extra crunchy in the oil. A squeeze of lemon can make the rich flavor taste even brighter. The word karaage describes a Japanese frying technique rather than one exact recipe. You may occasionally see seafood or vegetables prepared this way, although chicken is by far the most famous version. Karaage is sold at festivals, convenience stores, specialty shops, and train stations. It also appears in bento boxes and family meals. It is familiar enough for almost anyone to enjoy, but the ginger, soy sauce, and sake give it a distinctly Japanese personality. Number 6. Kakigori. This refreshing Japanese shaved ice is the perfect answer to a hot summer day. A good kakigori is much softer and more delicate than an ordinary snow cone. A block of ice is shaved into extremely fine flakes, creating a tall, fluffy mound that almost melts the moment it reaches your tongue. Popular toppings include strawberry, melon, matcha, sweet red beans, condensed milk, and kuromitsu, a dark sugar syrup. Modern dessert shops sometimes create elaborate versions with fresh fruit, cream, custard, or even cheese foam. Shaved ice has a surprisingly long history in Japan. Records from the Heian period describe ice as a luxury enjoyed by members of the imperial court. Before refrigeration, storing ice through the summer required enormous effort, so ordinary people could not easily enjoy it. Today, Kakigori is much more accessible and strongly associated with Japanese summer festivals. Spot its familiar red and blue banner outside a shop, and relief from the heat is close by. Number 5. Yakisoba. These smoky, sauce-covered noodles create one of the unmistakable aromas of a Japanese festival. Despite its name, yakisoba is not normally made with buckwheat soba noodles. It uses Chinese-style wheat noodles cooked on a hot iron griddle with cabbage, onions, carrots, and usually thin slices of pork. The ingredients are tossed with a dark sauce that is savory, sweet, and slightly tangy. Vendors often finish the dish with red pickled ginger, green seaweed powder, and wispy bonito flakes. Yakisoba has roots in Chinese-style noodle dishes and developed into a distinctly Japanese favorite during the 20th century. Its popularity grew because vendors could prepare large portions quickly on wide outdoor griddles. Part of the experience is watching it cook. Metal spatulas scrape against the hot surface while clouds of steam carry the smell of caramelized sauce through the festival. It is inexpensive, filling, and wonderfully messy. Exactly what good street food should be. Number 4. Yakitori. These smoky grilled chicken skewers offer much more variety than you might expect. Yakitori may sound like one simple dish, but ordering it can become an exploration of nearly every part of the chicken. There are skewers made with thigh meat, breast, skin, liver, cartilage, wings, and chicken meatballs called tsukune. Each skewer is usually seasoned in one of two ways: shio, meaning salt, or tare, a glossy sauce made with ingredients such as soy sauce, mirin, sake, and sugar. As the skewers cook over charcoal, the sauce caramelizes and drips onto the fire, creating an unmistakable smoky aroma. Grilled skewers have existed in Japan for centuries, but modern chicken yakitori became especially popular as chicken grew more affordable. It eventually became closely associated with street stalls and casual izakaya dining. Yakitori is small, fast, and easy to share. The real challenge is deciding whether you prefer the clean simplicity of salt or the sticky richness of tare. Number 3. Taiyaki. This famous fish-shaped cake is one of Japan's most recognizable street desserts. Despite its appearance, taiyaki usually contains no fish. It is made by pouring a pancake-like batter into a sea bream-shaped metal mold. Sweet red bean paste is placed in the center. More batter is added, and the mold is closed until both sides become golden brown. Taiyaki appeared in Tokyo during the early 20th century and is often credited to a shop called Naniwaya. Sea bream, known as tai in Japanese, has long been considered an auspicious fish. Shaping an affordable cake like an expensive celebratory fish may have helped make the snack memorable. Traditional red bean paste remains the classic filling, but custard, chocolate, sweet potato, cheese, and even savory fillings are now common. Everyone also has a preferred way to eat it. Some begin with the head, while others protect the filling by starting with the tail. Either way, the best taiyaki has crisp edges and a warm, soft center. Number 2. Okonomiyaki. This savory Japanese pancake is cooked exactly the way its name suggests, the way you like it. The basic mixture combines flour, eggs, dashi, and plenty of shredded cabbage. Pork belly, shrimp, squid, green onion, or other ingredients may be added before everything is cooked on a flat griddle. The finished pancake is covered with a sweet and savory sauce, Japanese mayonnaise, seaweed powder, and bonito flakes that appear to dance in the rising heat. Okonomiyaki is strongly connected with the Kansai region, especially Osaka. Another famous style comes from Hiroshima, where the ingredients are layered instead of mixed and noodles are often added. Its exact development is debated, but modern okonomiyaki became especially popular around the Second World War and the years that followed, when inexpensive flour-based meals helped feed large numbers of people. Today, cooking it at a tabletop griddle can be as enjoyable as eating it. Every restaurant and nearly every family seems to have its own favorite combination. Number 1. Takoyaki. Osaka's most famous street food superstar is crispy, creamy, and dangerously hot. Takoyaki begins with a savory flour and dashi batter poured into a special pan filled with round molds. Each portion gets a piece of octopus, along with ingredients such as pickled ginger and green onion. As the batter cooks, the vendor rapidly turns each piece with thin metal picks. What begins as a messy tray of liquid gradually transforms into rows of nearly perfect golden spheres. Modern takoyaki was created in Osaka during the 1930s and is often credited to street vendor Tomokichi Endo. The dish was influenced by an older specialty called akashiyaki, softer octopus dumplings traditionally served with broth. Takoyaki is normally finished with dark sauce, Japanese mayonnaise, bonito flakes, and seaweed powder. The outside is lightly crisp, but the center stays soft and creamy. Be careful with the first bite, because it can be much hotter than it looks. Watching takoyaki being made is part performance, part cooking lesson, and part test of patience. That combination makes it the perfect number 1. So, that is my countdown of 10 must-try Japanese street foods. Which one would you try first? And did your favorite deserve a higher position? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this food journey, please subscribe to Top Food Explained for more delicious countdowns from around the world.